Please keep the schedule, something that Emily, 5 years running, is still kind of sort of working on. So we'll see what Emily does here. Emily, are you out there? Are you ready to start the show, Emily? What is going on in your Wisconsin? And
recording in progress.
I am very involved in community organizing with Emily, back in the summer of 2020. And we were working with Anna Maria Bliven, who is now Dr. Anna Maria. Bliven. We haven't heard a report from her to be back in touch with her on a social basis. We were plugged into what she had set up as Prosperity Pathways as a for-profit, onward and upward, as a nonprofit, which was geared to help people who are experiencing homelessness, employment as part of the solution to be on a pathway to be able to afford and pay for rent and getting to housing or whatever folks be homeless or houseless. So it is 101 Central, and we're coming up on 102 Central. And so we are a couple minutes into Emily Gollmer. She's connected here. She took the host, and I took the host back because she clearly is not ready to start these shows on time. Here she comes. She is on video. We're going to be, because Emily, you're late. What's going on?
No, I have everything started.
All right, you have everything started. Keep the show going. The show is yours.
Okay, then can you send me as host? Or otherwise I'm leaving and coming back.
Emily, you have admin privileges. There is a feature
I am
just to go ahead and reclaim host. There we go. We're teaching. Keep on learning, Emily. Take it away.
Well, I'm not exactly ready here, but welcome to the World of Ability Podcast Network, everybody. And
yeah, I was reporting that, Emily, that you weren't ready. You're at World of Ability.
No, I am. I just don't have anything. I mean,
on time.
I just don't have anything to screen. I don't have my stuff to screen share at the moment, but I can do an intro here. But welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gollmer, and am a podcast engineer here, and excited to bring you another episode of the World of Ability that we do here every single Saturday at 1:00 Central. And they're talking about all abilities, and everybody's welcome to join us. If anybody's interested in learning more or like to be on the show, please let me know. Contact is 608-886-9801. And so a little bit of my connection here is also that I do have a autism diagnosis, and am a part of the Autism Society of South Central Wisconsin, putting on which also puts on a yearly adult autism conference in the fall, and so we do have a website, entrepreneurial.org. I have written speakers and discussions and so on. And so if anybody would like to be a part of that, okay, to that, let me know that as well. And do you have anything else to say? Well, I'm going to bring up my slideshow here. I'm trying to get my thing here.
Yeah, Emily, how come we're in our audiences that, we have a prepared show, you have everything in the queue. I've been texting you all week long with Marianne and Waikiki has had a lot of, quite a rundown ready to go. But you come into these shows and you're inviting people during these shows and, you're just getting prepared right during the show. And I'm trying to find out why, because we're trying to up what we're doing here. We're trying to up your game, Emily. What is your response to being prepared for these shows?
Well, I would also like to have a discussion on what Marianne shares, not just me sharing screens. And first of all, like should is for our information only.
You have silence. What's going on, Emily? What you cooking up here? What you cooking up, Emily?
I was going to bring up my slideshow. Do you have anything you'd like to say at the moment, Gerd?
Well, let's talk about your slideshow. What are you bringing up? What are you doing? What are you hitting? Are you bringing out a Google Drive? Are you opening up a file on your computer? Let's do a build up to what you're showing. What are you showing, Emily? I'm not hearing an answer. What are you showing us?
All right, so so we are part of the Happy Neighborhood Project, and have for the last 4 or 5 years. So I found out about the Happy Neighborhood Project in 2020. And Icon Colors just started the H&P Wisconsin group in January of 2021, and have been co-host ever since. Even though now we've changed the name of the meeting a couple different times. I've been from H&P Wisconsin to H&P Wisconsin, Minnesota, to now it's the H&P B2B meeting. That's every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Central. And so the Everett project was started by somebody, Edwin, who talked to over 1,000 people about happiness. Was recognized by the United Nations for all of his work in global happiness in 2014, and was also asked to do a TEDx talk. And so the Happy Never Project is a networking group, different meetings throughout the week. And I see that we have Ariane here, also John Petros. John Petros are doing did show Revolutionize Your Marketing yesterday. And so welcome Ariane, welcome John.
Well, welcome, Emily. Happy New Year. Thank you for hosting for this. How are you doing today, Emily? Are you vibes up today?
Deal. They're here. So, yeah, Marion, I'm not sure if you've met John. John, we're doing
Hello. How you doing?
good. How's everything in your world? So, Marianne, we do the Revolutionize Your Marketing with John on Fridays. So I don't know if each of you want to introduce yourself. I'm not sure if you've met each other.
We've met.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. But so what's new in your guys' world today or this week or anything like that?
Nothing much. My one-on-one I was supposed to have didn't show up today.
Oh boy.
I was able to make it over. I always like it when they don't show up.
Right. So John, would you like to say, I know we do a show with you, would you like to say anything more about what your show is about and so on?
My show is pretty much about anything that people want to talk about. And somehow twisted into marketing.
Oh, okay.
Easy to get along with. Sometimes too easy.
Yeah, I know you have a couple of events coming up. You want to say anything about those events?
Yeah, I got well, being an ambassador for Liable now, we got to do monthly in-person meetings. So my first one I have planned and booked January 21st, 6 o'clock at night. I'm so nice, I even have it at a restaurant so people can eat. That's how nice I am. And then my podcast on March 7th, as Emily is aware of, is my birthday party. It happens to be on my birthday, so let's have a party. Open invitation, anybody who wants to pop in.
Awesome.
Use the same link as this to join the podcast.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
Remember how many days it was? Yes, Emily?
I think it was like 62 or 63 yesterday. So I think we're at like 61 or 62 today.
Yeah, I think it's 62 days. Roughly a month, 2 months.
That's as I have. Everybody is welcome to for those things. So Marianne, what's going on in your world? If you're there.
Well, aloha, Emily. Hola. Happy New Year again. I've been busy walking on the 71-degree weather here in San Carlos, Mexico. I went down to the farmer's market and supported local gardener with vegetables, fresh vegetables I picked up. They had a nice music and all the arts and craft. Bought a few clothing items and some cool weights to exercise. Then I walked to the other Castaway where they have a thrift store that supports the music department upstairs of their thrift store for the children, and bought a beach chair and bought some odds and ends stuff. And I know all that money goes to the EMT salary and the children. So I did good, and I got to get my little shopping fit out of me. So, and I bought a wetsuit. So I have a pool outside my door here, and I'm going to be jumping in that ice cold pool soon, and just getting a lot of exercise in and walking. And Leon McLaughlin, our Clean Water Foundation founder, is in Las Vegas. Doing some, I don't know, R&R, and he has no planned events, but I hope he joins us. So Emily, if you could be kind to send him a link to remind him.
Yeah,
to
he
join us.
already has it.
Well, he always requests to send it to him, so please be kind and send
Well,
it
he
to
already
him.
has it. I sent it to him already.
This morning?
Yes.
Great, wonderful. So I have some questions for him, how to host a fundraiser. They have a casino pieces in storage at this thrift store. And prior to COVID, they had a fundraiser or they had an event. So I want to talk to Leon how we can set one up down here to get a fundraiser with Clean Water Foundation and get a water unit for the EMT's clinic down here. So I hope he joins us, and that's what I'm up to.
Awesome. Yeah, it kind of plays into the whole marketing thing, right, John?
Yeah, that it does.
And thank you, Emily. I did my acts of kindness for Earl. I read a radio script for him as a gift to him, and that was great fun. It was for Montana, and I got to wear a cowboy hat. And thank you guys for doing that and helping out another person on the World of Ability to kick off the new year with their business. And the Plainsman radio show. I know he's looking for a few other local ladies to help him out with the podcast that knows him. And so, yeah, we're, thinking the good thoughts right now, keeping our vibes up high to make it happen. And so go out and play is our tagline. And I got a call from a publisher yesterday while I was at the nail salon and asked how my marketing and was going. And I said, I got Leon and Santa Papa John as a social media influencer. He's got the books and the puppets. He's been on TikTok. I got EC Marketing that I did the website, actsofkindnessseries.com. And so we're ready to rock and roll. We'll be finishing editing the book in another week again with my writer, Suzanne, after the holiday here, and moving forward. And I just found out my Canadian neighbors down here, they flew me up last year to Vancouver to house sit and take care of her husband while she went on a big major hiking trip to Croatia. She wants to do another trip with the ladies up there to another country and wants to bring me up again. And she said, have you ever been to Guadalajara? And I said, no. She's like, well, a flight goes to Guadalajara and you have to go to Guadalajara. And I said, hey, you know what? The Unity Church of Ahihi is down there. And that's where my Suzanne Sims, my writer, lives. And it's an hour away from the airport. So I met Suzanne Sims at the Unity Church of Hawaii. I was the sign language interpreter there, and Lucy Lynch sang there. And that's how we created these books, through divine messages of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. So I'm kind of excited that I may be going to Guadalajara and Ahihi in September, October. So wow, what a New Year kickoff here. So so that's what's going on.
Awesome.
Keeping yourself busy, Marianne.
Awesome.
Marianne, you haven't seen my mascot for Mill City Marketing. It's Millie, the duck.
Yeah, I like Millie. Yeah, I like Millie. Okay, Millie. Welcome, Millie, to the world of ability.
Yeah, we have to get the watermelon duck going.
Yeah.
How did that ever get started with the watermelon thing?
Well, we're in a another group of somebody in Australia. And they're big about like watermelon skiing. And so since Kurt is kind of is into the whole like water skiing. I think somehow the two kind of got connected, and then with the duckies, I'm not sure, but I think there's some connection with all of that.
I'm gonna have to try. I'm definitely gonna find a way to create a picture for Kurt. A watermelon on a surfboard or water ski.
Okay. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, pull that off. But yeah, I got all my stuff in from Alignable. A banner for my meetings now. All just came in yesterday. So my in-person networking will be after a pretty good start. Yeah, I gotta catch up with Kurt too. I sent him a message.
Yeah.
He registered for my in-person.
Okay.
Is he driving up from Kentucky?
So there's not going to be like no like virtual part of it, or
No.
no?
Strictly in person, because it's basically for local businesses in the area.
Oh,
I
okay.
am doing a Zoom though with Sue, because Sue's postponing her Alignable on the Road trip for a little bit.
Okay.
She's going to spend some time with her dad.
Oh, okay.
So she came up with the idea of, instead of doing Alignable on the road, do Alignable virtual. So she put the invitation out there. Anybody who has an event that they would like her to pop in at, let her know, and she'll do a virtual appearance. I couldn't get her in person when she was up here. So I'll do it this way.
Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea to do it virtually. I could maybe get more people to join who are farther away.
Yeah. Put an invitation out. I gotta get on him on Wednesday when I go to his networking event. Chuck that runs the contest. He's probably maybe half an hour away from me. I sent him an invitation, and I'm gonna actually have to mention to him. He's not one to keep up with his messages, from what I understand. So
Oh,
I pop into his event on Wednesday. Might say I'll pin him to the wall. Since it's the contest kickoff time, and it's about a week and a half after the start of it, who better to have there than the man who runs the contest?
all right.
So, sitting here with a bunch of paperwork in front of me, I have to get caught up on too. Fun.
Yeah. So how's the wife and kids and everybody doing, John?
Everybody's doing better than what they have been, especially myself, getting over this freaking bug or whatever it is that's going around up this way.
Oh boy.
We actually had overnight temperatures were, I think, 31, 32 degrees overnight up there,
Wow.
which is kind of unusual in New England.
What are they usually?
Usually there's snow on the ground.
Okay. But as far as temp, if 31 is unusual.
Yeah. A week and a half ago, I think the overnight temperature was like 9 with a wind chill of below 0.
Oh boy.
That would probably be about average around now, like
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a little higher. But 30-degree temperatures overnight, yeah.
All
It's
right.
like an early spring.
Right.
We have no snow on the ground. I don't know how the ski areas are coping up here, but a lot of man-made snow, I would presume.
Yeah, we had snow for a little bit, and now it's kind of gone away with the warmer temperatures too. But
I think the most snow we've on the ground for 3, maybe 4 days at Christmas time. Just enough to make it a white Christmas.
Yeah.
Not enough though. We still have blades of grass coming up through the snow. So. I shoveled the top half of my driveway when I was going out in the morning, and by the time I came home, there was no snow in the rest of it. I said, well, that was a good exercise.
Yeah.
It's about the only snow I had to move so far.
Oh boy.
The other 2 times it snowed up here, we had snow flurries, and it was gone like an hour after it stopped.
Oh jeez.
Very unseasonable weather.
Yeah.
Not complaining though.
Yeah. Mother Nature is doing her thinking, but yeah, it's just giving us some quite the weather. But
Everybody take a walk here. Where's Fred? Out on the water?
let's see. Gary, are you there? I mean, he might be multitasking. But I'm hi, Karen.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah, John was just wondering where you were, Karen. So
Well, you know Emily, you can answer that.
yeah, well, I didn't know if that was still going or not. So
If what is still going, now you're confusing everybody.
Well, if Jason's meeting was still going on or not.
Yeah, we got Jason's meeting is still going. We got the Great Discovery still going, and I'm sitting here watching you guys just kind of draw along and shoot the breeze and have a little picnic on Zoom here.
John was saying you registered for an in-person event, Karen. There's no online part.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
It gives me another number.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know, Cook. You might be visiting up this way at that time. He's monitoring 3 different things at the same talented. Oh, they went Mary Ann.
Yeah. But I
So what are
guess
we gonna talk about, Emily? Pick a topic.
pick a topic. If that Rudy was going to come on about now, but so we'll see if he comes on.
I ordered my new business cards
Oh yeah.
at the correct website. Can't believe I spelled business wrong on the domain.
Oh boy. So it's good to have a new business card still.
Yeah, I also I gotta see how they work. One of those tap business cards. You only have to
Oh.
have one card, and if anybody wants your info, they just put their phone to it, and all your contact information is on their phone.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I forget what the heck it's called now. I'm adding on a side hustle of finances.
Oh yeah.
Looked up with a guy from Alignable, Brad Glassman. He's going to be one of my podcast guests. I'm going to narrow down a date with him.
So what's that? What's this side hustle gonna look like?
Huh?
So what is this side hustle gonna look like? Like, is it education, or what exactly are you trying to do with the?
No, it's going to be a side hustle for life insurance, business insurance, annuities. Kind of like an affiliate program.
Oh, okay.
But the 2 main things that they have access to all different insurance companies and annuity companies, but they've got one company in particular that they set up, they designed an insurance plan and an annuity plan that the company can't sell without going through them. And it's really interesting. I like the way it's set up. It's set up so you continuously have money going into it, even when you stop putting money into it.
Oh yeah.
And it's set up in a way where you can, it's not taxable income when you take it out, which is interesting.
So what's the name of the organization?
Well, his is Brad Glassman Financial Services.
Oh, okay.
It's his company. He's the top person in the country.
So where is he located?
He's out of Irvine, California.
Oh, okay.
I have another onboarding call coming up with him on Tuesday. Another gentleman that I'm working with, somebody gave me an affiliate link.
Oh, wow.
James, I know I'm going to screw up his last name. I'm not even going to try. He runs a Little Iguanas Children's Safety Foundation.
Oh,
They've been doing it for quite a few years now. They like working with teaching children between the ages of 2 and 8 how to be safe from abuse, abduction, overall general safety and things. They've got a bunch of characters that they use in their short videos. But when it interests me, they've been in business for over 22 years. And he's right up the street from me here, not too far away, across the New Hampshire line. What got me interested with him is they're working on a contract right now with PBS Connecticut.
okay.
PBS across the country. They play shows that are designed for commercial TV, which allows time for commercials. And PBS doesn't have commercials, so they have excess time slots to fill. So they're doing a contract with him to do 5-minute video stories with the cartoon characters. And he's looking for sponsors because they're looking for what do you say? At least 6 up to 20 5-minute video stories to be played before and after the kids' show. He's looking for sponsors because it's a nice chunk of money he's got to come up with. I think it's $55,000, I think it is. And so he's looking for corporate sponsors. I told him I have somebody in California who I think would be interested in supporting him. And the sponsors get 5-second verbal ads before and after his 5-minute little videos get played.
Sounds good.
So I partnered up with him the other day. He's already given me an affiliate link. Anybody who buys the books or anything that he has, another little side hustle of mine. How we doing, Rudy?
Doing well, doing well. Keeping busy.
Yeah. I actually was supposed to have a one-on-one, but they canceled on me. So while they've been canceled, he never showed up.
Who?
Yeah. They're off to a good start.
Who?
I can't even pronounce her name right. Halava.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's up in Toronto.
That's no good.
Yeah, that's how life goes. They show up, they don't show up.
Right. This is true.
So what have you been up to since last night?
Ah, the usual. The usual.
Yeah, this is like trying to show all over again from
Yeah, last night.
but I was
Yeah.
our furry friends already.
Oh, they're doing good too. Surprisingly, one of them's actually sleeping. That's a surprise. Usually, she's all bouncing off the walls right now. Like it's just she was 20 minutes ago. She's like, "Oh, hold me." And I'm like, "I'm on a meeting," and she's like, "No, I'm more important." I was like, oh,
Yeah, she was in
okay.
yeah, she was in helping you with your meeting.
Yeah, she was sitting on the keyboard, and I'm like, "Okay, this is not sweetie." She's like, "Okay, it's comfortable." I'm like, I'm not sure if it's like having children. I don't know, but yeah, it's all good. Love those kids.
Live mascot.
There you go. Or my secretary, because she usually sits on paper. And it's absolutely adorable. So I literally sit on my desk where I taught my notebooks, and I'm like, I need that. And she's like, well, I'm keeping it safe. And I'm like, I need to write on that. And she's like, well, I want it to fall off the desk or something. I'm like, all right,
Recording
kid.
stopped.
So funny.
This is my mascot, Millie the duck.
There you go. That's awesome. Is that crochet?
Yep.
You're knitting, yeah.
Very nice.
Elise on the lineable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at least Krepka.
She makes
Cool.
and ankle warmers, I guess you call them from the olden days. I'm dating myself now.
Oh, that's nifty. Okay. Very cool.
These are getting a big hit.
Very cool.
And
That's
maybe
one thing I wish they would teach in school. I wish they would teach sewing. Like I ripped so many pairs of jeans in school, and I never knew how to sew them together. And if I attempted, I'd sew my fingers together. Like, they don't teach life skills. I swear.
The funny thing is, with her, she has one duck. She calls him Lucky Ducky. He has his own Facebook page, I think it is.
or I think it's an Instagram page.
Oh, Instagram, yeah. And every time she travels somewhere, she takes the duck with her. Her background
awesome.
is Lucky Ducky sitting on the back seat of a scooter.
Nice.
Um,
Awesome.
she did say though that depending on where she goes, like when she went to the Vatican and things, Lucky Ducky doesn't mind being put in the Ziploc bag in her backpack.
Awesome.
Like she said,
That's
the certain
awesome.
he's not allowed to come out.
That's great.
Yeah, now she's starting to work on Easter bunnies for Easter time, and she wants to start making little ducks, so ducks can have families.
There you go. I like it.
But,
I like it.
yeah, I had her on a couple weeks ago on my podcast. It was fun, right, Emily?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get Kurt a watermelon duck.
I should get you one, Rudy.
Right. Well, I mean, it's funny because like one of the football teams, the college football team, is the Oregon Ducks. So totally awesome. Make one that's green and yellow. There you go. There's Oregon Ducks right there.
Yeah, or
University of Oregon. That's
Packers.
about an hour away from me.
She
Oregon
custom
duck.
makes them.
Awesome.
What I wanted is not possible to make. I wanted to look like a brick wall. This is what really sits. It's a card holder.
Oh, okay.
I almost threw out until I said, hey, I could use that on my desk. And now Millie sits on top of it.
Yeah.
It's her spot.
It was the gift set that my wife got. That was in the middle of the box.
Wow.
Hey, I can make use of that. I do that a lot.
There you go. Very cool.
It's like, yeah, I got a friend that has like a secondhand store
Yeah.
on the side, like, and he had this sitting on his desk. Actually, he had it under his counter.
Ooh.
It's
Wow.
brass.
Cool.
I walked in one day. My daughter used to work a couple of doors down from where he is. And I walked in, I said, hey, by the way, do you have anything on eagles? I mean, he's got all kinds of action figures and everything. He's got CDs in there and audio discs and magazines. He's even got a bunch of records and a bunch of odd stuff.
Love records.
You go in there and you never know what you're going to find.
That sounds like my kind of place. I love places like that.
When I asked him if he had anything on eagles, he goes, no, I don't. He goes, wait a minute, yeah, I do. Reach under the counter and pull this out. He goes, I haven't put this out because I can't find the lighter that goes to it. So you know what he did?
Oh, yeah.
He goes, here, it's yours.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
So now it sits on my desk. This pen holder.
Nice. That's probably from like the 50s, maybe the 40s. It's kind of what I'm
Something like
thinking
that.
with that shape of lighter. Yeah. That's
Cool.
cool.
Moved it, it's falling down because
I love antiques, by the way. Everything older than about 1950s, I love. Love antiques. I have 2 million. I have a little bit of everything. Oh,
I have something put away downstairs. I haven't seen anything like it until I got this one. It's a record player.
Yep.
8-track. No, not 8-track. Cassette player. AM, FM radio.
oh,
And something else, I can't even remember. The thing's about this wide, about that deep, and about that tall.
oh, nice. That's cool.
You can record from one to the other.
Oh, that's nifty. Very cool. I've seen a few, and I don't have any. I don't have one at the moment, but I've seen about 1940, 1941. You get a radio and a record player, and one, but it's this massive cabinet that's like this by that, and it's like, well, that's a furniture piece. It's just a big radio and a record player, but those are pretty cool. Even some of those radios from about 1936 to about 1939 are just gorgeous, and they're huge enough that they basically classify themselves as a furniture piece, but they're so beautiful. It's like, man, the sound of those, glorious.
I still have the cabinet that my folks, one of their first TVs, had a big, huge, it's a wooden cabinet. On the bottom was one big, huge speaker.
Yep.
And then you opened up the doors on the top,
Yeah.
and they would.
Was it a round screen?
I don't even remember. I
It's
have
a
no
round
idea.
screen. I feel like that's about late 40s, early 50s. No, I think the round screens are early 50s. And I'm trying to remember when they went to the more squares.
I don't think it was round. It wasn't completely square. I think it was kind of like it had rounded on it.
God, I'm practically visualizing what that set looks like. I think that was a Philco.
And
I think.
what happened is my oldest brother took the TV out of it, took the speaker out of it, finished it all off inside, put glass shelf in the middle. My father was the bar.
Oh.
It's on wheels, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I got that downstairs. In the garage, I have my mother's old sewing machine. I used to flip open the top, lift up the sewing machine, put the door back down, and then the machine would sit on top of it. Had the door on the front to put the threads and things in, and the pedal was attached underneath. You have to push the pedal with your knee.
Oh, yeah.
Off of it. I fell down in the garage.
Mhm.
The one thing I had that's worth a lot of money, I've had an offer of $5,000 and I turned it down. It's an American flag in a frame
Mhm.
with, trying to recall, I think 38 stars.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's worth money.
Years ago, there was a guy on a local radio station from Connecticut, I think, but he used to be on the local radio station. He used to call in. He used to do, he does a lot of antique shows. And he would do verbal estimates on what things were worth.
Yeah.
So he'd always from people and they describe what they have. And he was good. He generally had a really good idea on how people were explaining things and what they would be worth. And he told me that is more. He couldn't put an actual price on it without seeing the condition of the flag because it
Right.
is worn.
Sure.
But he said it's definitely over $5,000.
I believe it. I
have-
believe it. Those are not cheap at all. It's 38 stars would be, I want to say mid 1800s. Let me see.
I think when I looked up the history on it,
Was I right? Oh, I wasn't too far off. 1877 to 1890.
yeah, it told me who the
It wasn't
president
too
of
far off.
that flag. There was 3 presidents during the time of that flag.
Yeah.
I can't remember who they were.
Colorado became a U.S. state August 1st, 1876. 5 presidents, actually. Rutherford Hayes, James Garfield, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland. Cool.
Oh. And then I used to collect coins.
Oh, me too.
I have a 1913 penny,
Nice.
and I inherited my father's collection of silver dollars. Got like 15 of them.
Any of those minted in Carson City by chance?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them in years. But check
The back below the eagle. Those can be very expensive depending on the year. The most expensive one is 1889 and 1885. I had both of them. And I sold both of them. I made good money on those, but I collected coins for 25 years.
When I used to have the count, I used to run the count at the train station for a while.
Oh, nice.
Selling tickets and things. I used to collect when they first came out with the states on the back of the quarters.
Yeah,
I used to save them. I have
that's awesome.
almost a full set. I can't remember how many I have. Problem is, they're in the safe, which is what that I had out there at the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's downstairs. And guess what I forgot?
Oh no.
The combination. Now there is a master code. But the problem is, it's written on the book. And where do you think the book is?
The books in the safe, isn't it? Is it an old safe?
No, it's not an old safe.
Okay,
It's,
cool. because I've seen old safes and those can be very, very valuable, especially the ones with the gold gilding on them. They're from about 1890 or so. Those are so beautiful and they're very, very expensive. I know because I wanted one and I'm like, oh, that's a $4,000 safe. Oh, well, and
I bought one we had at the train station. That
Ah,
was probably 12, 15 years ago.
yeah,
But it's hard to get into.
I would think so. I would think so.
I mean, the pins that come out are like this thick.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not going to be something you can just pop it open. Man. Yeah, my oldest coin I had was a penny from 1801. I had a half cent from 1804. Those are not crazy expensive. I had a $50 from 1836 that was super rare. I had many $50 from about 1822 to about 1837. I had about 50 silver dollars. I had a couple of gold coins. And that. I bought this stuff probably 20 something years ago, and I sold it all when silver and gold went crazy. And I'm like, well, that was a good time. I made a little bit. I bought a car. I was like, I'm gonna do this. This is fun. And I didn't know how to take care of money back then. I just made it spend it. So if I had known back then what I know now, a different story. But
Silver.
it's all good.
I have a troy ounce of silver.
I had, let's see, 86 to 2002. I had the American Silver Eagles. Those troy ounces of silver. I had every one of them from 1986 to I think 2002, maybe 2003. Those are so beautiful. And the front of the coin was based off of the Walking Liberty $50. Those are made from 1916 to 1947. Those are also very beautiful. And you can get those for not much money, unless you get really nice ones. Then that's another story. They can get expensive very quickly depending on the date. But nah, coins are so much fun. And the history behind them too. It's like, who held that? I have a penny from, actually, you know what? Let me go get it. It's a penny from 1863. Hold on. I actually just bought this, and I'm thinking like who held this from the Civil War onward? Who held this? And that's the coolest part. And this is a pretty nice one too. You can get these for $8-10, maybe 15. Nicer ones like that. I paid 35 for this one, but they can go up to about a couple $100. This is the most common one of this era. But I mean, Civil War coin. I mean, where did this go? Who did this run into? The history alone is just like, man, what's the journey of this? So it's like, that's why I love coins. And well, then I teach people about money. I figure I should collect coins too. It is money after all. And then I got this. The customer actually paid me with this back in 2015 when I was pumping gas. They needed $5 in gas. They handed me a pile of money. I'm like, that's fine. Oh, I'm like, okay, here's your gas. I'm just like, what did they just pay me in? And then they paid me in a silver certificate, which was $1 that you could trade for one of these. They paid me with $2.50, one of which was made of 90% silver. They paid me with this, and they paid me with a weird metal. This is worth about maybe $35 at most. If somebody cleaned it, you can kind of tell it doesn't have the luster that the old ones should have. But still, it's an 1890. Paid $1 for it. I'm not going to complain. Nice return on investments, $35. But no, I had about 50 of these. I love them. I think the most beautiful coin designs we've ever made. In very old West, and they made these in Carson City, Nevada, also. But those are quite expensive. Well, they can be. They could be from a few $100 to many thousands of dollars.
I got something new.
Yeah.
Quite a few years back, my mother had it. I don't even know where she got it from. It's a zebra pin.
Ooh, interesting.
I don't know if it's brass
Pretty.
or if it's gold.
if it's solid gold, it should have a stamp on the back denoting the amount of gold it has in it. If it doesn't have a stamp, it's probably gold plated, but I don't know. If it was handmade, who knows? But usually, if something's gold, it'll have a stamp on it. Almost always. And it'll either be in carats, 9, 10, 14, 18, 20, 22, or it'll be in, sometimes it's European, it'll be in fineness. And I can never remember the conversion between carats and fineness.
Recording in progress.
I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like that. But
I had my desk drawing.
there you go. That's cool though. That looks very almost
Yeah,
kind of
that's awesome.
Hmm?
Yeah.
No idea what
guys, I do have to run. I gotta grab me some lunch because I'm in the meeting at 1, and it's gonna be a busy one. So glad I was able to come over and hang out for a bit. My 11:30 went over a little bit, so, but it's all good. Glad I could stop by.
Yeah.
I gotta run in a little bit myself.
Awesome.
Come.
Well, take care, guys. Good seeing you both.
You too.
Good seeing you, Rudy.
Have a good one.
Know where to find me.
Definitely. Take care, John. Take care, Emily.
All right.
Sounds good. Yeah, I've been putting some pennies and different things too. But those are cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, coins are always a good thing.
Yeah.
One thing, coins, if you keep them in good shape, they never go down in value.
Right.
I think Rudy froze.
Yeah, I think we're ready to check off here. Yeah, Kurt, do you have anything you want to add? If you're there, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to add a little exchange with you, Emily. What's happening? Are you preoccupied by something? What's going on during the show here? Because I always run the risk that if I get talking, you go run away and you'll turn your camera off, and all of a sudden I got ambushed. So what's going on your side, Emily?
No, I wasn't planning on going anywhere. But yeah, feel free to say anything though. They're talking about coins and whatever with Rudy.
Yeah, well, you know all about coins, right, Emily?
Not as much as some people though.
Well, Emily, you distribute coins. Does John even know that?
Well, I haven't even gotten that far to doing anything really with that yet, so I don't know.
What are you waiting for? You've been working all December on that, Emily. Come on now. How long does it take?
So Jenna, yeah, we're kind of into the gold and silver thing now. With 7K medals. I'm not sure if you've heard of 7K medals. Well, I think so.
It's been a while since I've heard that.
But yeah, we're working with somebody out of Virginia, Virginia Beach, selling gold and silver. Exactly sure it's. Are you want to say any more about it? I'm not exactly sure what to say about it at the moment. Yeah, but in like the last month or so.
Emily, what you should be doing is go right to screen share, go right to 7kmedals.com, go ahead and log in, show John how you go and you retrieve a link for an introductory video, put the link in the chat of the Zoom session, remind yourself that you need to go back in post-production and add that link to the description in this video of the show, and then go ahead and run the video right here live. Share screen and system sounds, and let's get into it, Emily. Let's do it. 7K medals. Here we are.
All right, are you gonna come on camera and say anything while I'm trying to bring it up, Kurt?
You're talking.
Okay, Kurt, are you gonna come on camera and say anything while I'm trying to bring up this video? Because it's gonna take a few minutes to bring it up.
The script. I mean, how many seconds does it take?
Well, at least just a few minutes here.
A few minutes. So is that to say exactly 3 minutes? So it's not going to take you more than 180 seconds.
Kurt.
I don't want that attitude, Emily. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I've worked with you for 4.5 years, Emily. I know the questions to ask because I've been ambushed a lot by you, Emily. So I need to know exactly what's going on. So did I do that right? That it's 3 minutes? And then we're going to be doing the showing of 7K medals, or what's going on?
Yeah, once I can bring up the video.
Wow, we know you can.
Well, once I can find it.
Well, we know you can, Emily. I mean, here we go. We got, on the job training with Emily Gollmer. She's had a tough time, 4.5 years. Look at her shake her head. Do you want to just end the show, Emily? Should we just end? Oh,
No, we have Andrea here for. We have Andrea, so we'll put a thing, a damper on 7K medals for now.
You're putting a damper on it. Well, we'll see what Andrea wants to do. Andrea tells us that she's joining us, in the midst of her Saturday. She, I think, is liking and appreciating this easygoing open house format, so it's, a house party style where people can come and go as it suits their Saturday. And Andrea sent me a little message that, yeah, I'll pop on just to chit chat. So we're going to have a little chit chat with Andrea. And Andrea, you don't know John Petros Sr., do you?
I do not.
Well, here we go. You showed up. It's your daily double prize. You get to know John Petros Sr. He is a tremendous gentleman from being in our list of East Coast contacts. He's out there in Massachusetts. He's got Mill City Marketing MA, and he runs one of our shows, Andrea, that if you want to revolutionize your marketing, Andrea, you can come onto his show and have an experience that nobody else delivers. He does that every Friday, and that is at 4 o'clock Central, and that is 5 o'clock Eastern for where John's sitting. And so it's all part of this experience you're getting, Andrea. We've got a lot to offer with the World of Ability Podcast Network, and you're in the anchor show, the World of Ability Podcast, where we add, in this 2-hour window, we are adding disability advocacy. Emily started out this show sharing with the audience that she actually does have a disability diagnosis. So, Andrea, you came to chit chat. What would you like to chit chat about today? Are we talking about bike riding? Are we talking about keeping warm, camping? Are we talking about traveling? Are we talking about healthcare? Are we talking about keeping our families healthy? What are we chit chat about, Andrea? What do you think?
Oh man, that's a lot. Well, I was thinking about conversing about keeping warm because it's really cold here in Madison. And you're going to need your mittens, and you're going to need your gloves, and you're going to need some hand sanitizer because influenza is going around. And so let's all stay warm and healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Emily, are you following this? You two, you guys might just be like 2 miles apart from where you're both sitting because you're both Madisonites, and you never even guess like where you are on the map. You might be within walking distance for all we know, but a little cold for a walk. I'm trying to think what it is here. I think it was in the teens earlier. I don't know if it climbed up at all. When I look at my app on my computer, it literally says cold. It says cold for Milwaukee. Yeah, it's staying in the teens right now. It's 14 in Lisbon, Wisconsin, USA. So
yeah, my phone says it's 20 here. So
well, enjoy weather, that 6-degree elevation in temperature for you guys. I trust you're sending it this way, that we'll get 20 degrees maybe in a couple hours. We'll see.
Yeah, the wind or the windy and stuff doesn't help.
No. No.
Yeah, that makes it feel colder.
I can't tell you what the temperature is up here because my phone is in the other room being used. My wife's phone froze up on it. But I can tell you one thing: for New England not having snow on the ground, we had no snow at all. I think last night it was 23, 24 overnight.
Yeah.
Very, very abnormal temperatures.
Yeah, well, that's a not yet, right? You're figuring within the next month you'll be getting snowfall at some point, right?
We usually have snow on the ground now. We did for 3 days for Christmas, but that was gone after 3 days.
It feels slightly weird not having snow here in Wisconsin right now, but that might be just me.
I'm sure it's coming. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. I'd be surprised if we don't get a dousing for the next month at some point.
But at least,
So,
at least we had snow for Christmas, though.
That's right. White Christmas. That was great. So, Andrea, what do you do when the snow is on the ground? Are you someone who likes snow time recreation, or are you a cross-country skier, downhill skier, snowmobiler? You know, someone who throws snowballs at your friends and family? What do you do when the snow's on the ground?
Well, that's nice of you to ask. I like to run in the snow, like to get my grippers on and get out there. I don't mind some snowball throwing, and I'm learning to cross country ski, but I do not downhill ski. So I really admire people that can downhill ski, but I am by trade a trauma ICU nurse. So I see a lot of things that happen when you are downhill skiing. So I'm a safety person.
Well, they're all people who don't stay on the bunny hill. You know, we got to get you downhill skiing, and we'll just keep you on. Don't get hurt.
Yeah, don't feel like I'm super coordinated, but that's what I like to do in the winter.
Yeah, they love watching Andrew. You know, if you're out there in a way, it's great entertainment, Andrew. It's not all about you.
I totally agree, and I would be willing to sit by the fireplace and watch. And
you're gonna watch with them, okay? Right.
Oh yeah, totally. I'll soak it all in.
There you go, Emily. You hear that? So we got to hit one of the ski hills, Emily, and then Andrew will sit in the chalet and watch you do your snow bunny thing.
Okay then.
Next time you're skiing, Emily.
I think I've only done it once, like a long time ago, when I was younger.
When you were younger, like 5 years ago? What?
No. I don't know, like 20 years ago. I was young.
Oh, so you're over 20 years old then.
Scared.
John, when is the last time you were downhill skiing?
I haven't.
Well, when were you downhill skiing?
When I was young, my brother and a bunch of his friends used to go skiing all the time. And they tried out a new trail coming down the mountain, and my brother-in-law, he wasn't my brother-in-law at the time, but he ended up avoiding a tree and going off the side, ended up breaking his leg in 3 places.
Yeah.
So after that happened, that group of people never went skiing again.
Yeah.
Well, you sound like another one, John. We got to get you out on the ski hill, get you skiing, and keep you on the bunny hill. Since you're afraid of getting injured, we'll just have you on the bunny hill, and then Andrea can watch you from the chalet. What do you think, John?
No, I'm fine with making snowmen and having snowball fights and making snow angels.
All right. Well, then we'll we got a real scenario going here. We can have Emily on the ski hill doing her snow bunny thing. We can have John making snow angels and throwing snowballs at Emily, and Andrew watch it all from the chalet. See how he's
That's right.
And
I'll
then-
report on it. I'll do the play-by-play.
And
What are you
then,
gonna be doing?
yeah, I was gonna say, but Kurt, what are you gonna be doing? You skiing too?
We'll cover it all right here at the Roadbilly Podcast Network. And we'll say, look, everybody, look, we got Emily going down with her snow bunny activities there. We got John Petro Sr. laying down the ground making snow angels, and he pops up and throws snowballs right at Emily coming down the hill. And Andrea is in there, you know, having her hot toddies or whatever it is that Andrea drinks. And then she's just laughing up the storm. Can't believe what John and Emily are doing. And we're covering it right here at the Real Billy Podcast Network live. And this is our roving reporter in action. Kurt Roskoff, aka Special K. Back to you, Emily. What do you got?
I'm trying to follow that one.
Yeah, so Andrea, what other hobbies do you have? Are you a knitter or do you collect items? What do you all do that fills your life? Are you a reader? What do you got?
Man, I love to read. I'm notorious for reading at stoplights. I like to knit. I like to sew. I like to garden. I like to hike, run,
Like
do
what
yoga.
like what
Sorry,
kind
Emily, go ahead.
like what kind of books do you read? Like biographies, fiction, fiction? anything?
Usually I read fiction. I feel like in my younger days I read a lot of nonfiction, but now I feel like make it fake. I'm happy. How about you?
Well, yeah, probably more biographies, but
Mm,
occasional fiction that is good too, though.
yeah, who's your favorite person to read about?
Probably like one of the presidents or like
Mm.
historical things like that.
Mhm. I love that. Well, I'll take any biography recommendations because I'm always willing to try something.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I was reading a Kristen Hanna book about nurses in Vietnam, and
Oh, yeah?
it was probably, I don't know if you've read any of those, but it was long, but it was a page turner because it totally related to my life. So if you get a chance to read any Kristen Hanna, that's a good one.
Okay.
John, how about you? What you reading?
I don't read. I'll be honest, I don't read. But however, I am in the middle of working on 2 books.
Oh, so you write.
Well, not really. AI helps.
Mm.
Well, over a year ago, I was trying to put a summit together on customer acquisition. So I went on to ChatGPT and I asked to print me up an ebook on customer acquisition. 46 pages of print. I'm going through rewording it. I even made up the cover.
Wow.
I've been working on that one for probably 6 months that I really got into it. But then I was talking to somebody online who she wrote a book, and now she teaches people how to get stories out of their head on paper, self-published books. So what happened after that? That night after she did a masterclass on that, after I had her on my show the Friday before, I got a kid's book that I'm working on.
Ah.
I've got 6 chapters. It's about 2 kids, because my wife has 2 kids in the daycare at the house during the daytime. So I actually came up with the idea of doing it with their names and my wife and my daughter names. And I'm gonna, when I finish it, I'm gonna print up a copy of it and give it to each of the kids. It's like short bedtime stories. They all have the same scenario. I did one basically just, I went with some summertime. Kids out, my wife takes them out to the park, they're playing in the park, and they find a little corner of the park that nobody goes to. And there was an archway, and you go through the archway, and it's like a mysterious, magical garden.
Mm.
And they find a magical stone. And it was interesting. So I said, wait a minute, let me try something. I went in and I just tried it with different holidays, like Christmas time, and Easter, and 4th of July, things like that, Thanksgiving. And it came up finding a different thing in the corner of the park. And they take them with them. So now, the next chapter, I got to sit down and actually think it out. What I want to do is take the 6 things that they found that are all magical and put it all together and have something magical happen. Of course, if and when I actually make that into a book, I'm going to change the names. Just random names. Yeah. That's right. That's as far as my reading goes.
Pretty cool that you're an author.
Well, I might say that. I would,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I don't think it matters for how long you've been writing. You're still an author.
yeah. So I'm going to end up getting in touch with that person I had on my podcast about that. Actually, she's been on my podcast twice. And the second time was promoting her book. I had her on Friday, and then the following Monday she was doing a master class. I signed up for the master class. I was in the car with my wife, so we both listened to it. My wife got interested. She got a little game that she plays. She picks she picks 3 numbers from 1 to 6. And I have a copy of it around here somewhere. The first column is a person, second column is a place, and the third column is a function. So the first number she picks is the person, the second number, so they can be all different. Then she just she gives people like 5 minutes to think up a story.
Mm.
My wife did came up with a story. Everybody she's told it to says, "What happened next?" So now my wife is thinking of maybe doing a book.
Mm.
Play yourself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had it back on the podcast again about a month afterwards and promoting her book because I downloaded the audiobook of her book. And it's kind of the things she's gone through in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it went into kind of more detail than I think should be in a book. But so I had it back on and promoted her book the second time. And unbeknownst, the following Monday, she was doing a masterclass again. She goes, "It wasn't planned, honest." But yeah, so we'll be getting back in touch with her, especially when I go to finish things out, how to get them self-published. It's cheaper than paying somebody to publish.
Mm.
I bump into interesting people in the world.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like you're kind of open to anything.
I am. I kind of am. I've been on a Alignable for maybe 15 months now. I've got over, getting close to 700 connections.
Wow.
I basically do marketing for businesses. So if I get a business that needs something I can't help them with, I definitely have somebody I can send it to.
That's so great.
Keeps me busy. A lot of times it keeps me out of my wife's hair.
That's important. That's very important.
And she's like busy around the clock. Between doing daycare on the weekdays, she does online laundry service in a company that's in almost all states. People just go on their part of the app, put in that they want their laundry picked up. We go pick it up, wash, dry, fold it, bag it, and deliver it.
Wow.
That keeps her busy. And at the daycare, and she just finished a year-long course on becoming a life coach.
Oh, good for her.
She's got to get clients now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to specialize in one niche in particular, dealing with parents who lost children before birth.
Mm.
We went through that twice.
Mm.
So we know what it's like, especially without having anybody to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not many people that do that she found out.
Wow. Well,
That's what she specializes in.
it sounds truly wonderful and necessary. So thank her for me.
Yeah, she contacted the local hospital and they told her who to reach out to. And from the people she reached out to, it's not really connected with the hospital, but they cover a very wide part of the country.
Mm.
But they do a lot of group therapy. But
Mm-hmm.
group therapy is different than coaching.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, she'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. Part of the courses they do coaching with other people in the class every week, so it's kind of like getting walked through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the girl who does it actually does a certification course. But in order to get the certification, they have to get 35 paid hours.
Mm. Yeah.
They do coaching hours, but it doesn't count as being paid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am a certified life coach. I remember being where she is.
Yeah. So we keep ourselves busy.
Sounds like it. Well, thank you for sharing all of that.
No problem. It's good to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, good to meet you. Emily, you seem I want to thank you for the great notes from the last time that we met. That was so helpful. And it seems like you're keeping yourself really busy.
Yeah, and so too. So, other podcasts and groups and stuff that I'm a part of. So
when do you rest?
No, I get some rest. Rest is important too. So
I figured that Kurt was taking up all your time.
Well, sometime yes, but I just still try to get some their stuff in here too.
Yeah.
But welcome back, Marianne.
Well, hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for having me here, Emily.
You're welcome.
Leon McLaughlin will be joining us soon. He's in Las Vegas. He is the founder of Clean Water Foundation out of Seattle. And he's been a weekly podcast speaker, updating us up on his events of bringing clean water units worldwide to schools, hospitals, and clinics. And I want to share that we won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award in Honolulu, Hawaii in July. I won it. I applied. It took 15 minutes to apply. And the questions were, tell us about your awesome project. How will you use the money? Who will it service? And uploaded some photos of my books and coloring books and we won. And I was traveling in Vancouver. I was promoting my books. I was also on the disability channel, which we use that money to pay Jay Stoyan out of the disability channel to hire persons with disabilities. And he interviewed me for the last several months. And I'm so grateful that we allocated those funds. And Leon actually was in Waikiki, Hawaii, and he met with the school. He did a presentation, and with a sign language interpreter, the assistant principal, a principal who was standing in for the principal, and I was on Zoom. So thank you, Emily, for doing all that, and Kurt as well. We have it on camera, and it's just another Acts of Kindness series testimonial. And so happy that the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind have a clean water unit there, especially with the water situation that happened several years ago with the Navy and the Red Hill, where military families were misplaced. And it affected their health and environment. So moving forward, that's our humanitarian act with Clean Water Foundation and the Acts of Kindness series. And we want to multiply that worldwide. And so Leon will be joining us. We're going to be talking about how to host a fundraiser and get his updates too. It's a new year, and we are finishing up our fourth book for Leon. It's called Cool Acts of Kindness. It's for climate change. The Acts of Kindness series, the first book is for ocean cleanup. It's called Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who's recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. He's rehabilitated by a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. Now, he is uploaded on YouTube, so anybody around the world can go visit the Acts of Kindness series on YouTube and learn the finger spelling ASL alphabet. And also our second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, which we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind in October, because October was anti-bullying month. And that features Harry, the hard of hearing rabbit, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. And they come to be of service after they're bullied by some schoolmates, and they wanted to learn sign language and to be of service. So we also created coloring books, and they also have a YouTube. Again, just like Dr. Fingers, it's Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. And now I've just created a Shopify store with t-shirts with those characters on there. And those characters happen to be Folk Manus puppets. They're out of Emeryville, California, and they have over 200 in their catalog and still creating. So what an honor to use all this creativity and taking global topics such as ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and we're finishing the climate change book for Leanne McLaughlin. It's called Cool Acts of Kindness, and it features Waterflow the whale and For the Love of Water, and we have t-shirts for that as well. And we will be dedicating and launching that book on World Water Day, and that is March 22nd this year. So we are setting up podcast interviews with Leon and myself to launch the books. And it's going to be a brand new year with new products and finishing up the books, especially we're dedicating it to the United Nations. I've created 2 video trailers with Waterflow the whale, swimming with these water units, to a Robo, the motivation robot who rolls around the earth and delivers a water unit to Rich, the ostrich in Africa. So we've been creatively working with our fiber team out of Pakistan. They've done an amazing job. You can visit our website. It's very colorful, getting great feedback from people. And thank you to Trevor Gibbs, who makes sure your websites are ADA compliant. That's American Disabilities Act compliant. If your website is not compliant, business owners can receive up to a $75,000 fine. So he has edited, told us what to do, the text size, the color for people with color blindness, especially men over 50 acquire color blindness. And EC Marketing, Christian Mendez, updated the website so all the bells and whistles are there to click on the website. So Emily, I don't know if you can pull up that website for me. It's actsofkindnessseries.com just to display it. And we also partnered with Santa Papa John. He was our social media influencer for the last several months on TikTok, showing the books, the coloring books, and he just received 2 new folk manus puppets, such as the General of the New Earth Army and Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony, a big horse. They're amazing puppets, and they're for all ages of the heart. These books are, and all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. So I know teachers are off, still maybe on break, getting ready to roll back into the classrooms. It's been winter solstice, whale watching season. Great opportunity to apply for these books. And several other big companies, such as Subaru Hawaii, donated $25,000 to Donors Choose in the past. Good Morning America raised millions of dollars over a weekend. And again, teachers can go on DonorsChoose.org and request the books. So we've had an amazing year, and that Grant Foundation is Awesome Foundation Grant. Now they have several different cities. They give $1,000 a month to projects. They want projects. They want to hear about your projects. They also have different countries. They have different categories, such as on the water, vegan, and disability. And they're posting all these winners, these grant winners, on their website. So we have additionally applied for more in different states with our partners, such as Robert in Ohio for the Children's Rainbow Hospital to receive these books and coloring books, and a water unit from Leon. So we want to multiply the Acts of Kindness series. So he'll be joining us to tell us what he's been doing up in Las Vegas. And questions are, we're going to ask him how to host a fundraiser. And a water unit is only $150. So we got some good things that are going to be happening this year in 2025. So go out and play is our tagline. And again, World Water Day is March 22nd, 2025. Thank you, Emily and Kurt and Sue. World of Ability podcast.
I gotta jump out of here, folks. Been real, good. I gotta go take care of a few things. So until next week, have fun, Emily, Mary Ann.
Sounds good. Thank you, John. Let me. So here's Marianne's website here, actsofkindnessseries.com. Marianne, did you want to say anything about your website?
Yeah, so website is designed by Hostinger that Trevor Gibbs introduced me to. They have a 4-year plan for like over $100. It's a great value. And we have Santa Papa John at the top of the website. He's been our social media marketing influencer. If you tap on that, it will go to his links and how you can join Santa on his podcast every other Monday. And also where he is reading TikTok books and what his future has for future. And he also got federally trademark. So good things have been happening. Those are the links to the YouTube channel. And again, you can click on it. Donors Choose will take you to the link of our Teachers to Apply. There's Amazon. Our first book is Underwater Acts of Kindness. And that book is on Audible. So if you are on a plane, train, automobile, traveling, or on the beach, and you want to listen to Underwater Acts of Kindness, and Lucy Lynch is the soundtrack, and Nick's guitar sounds like whales and dolphins. It's whale watching season. So go out and play and click on Amazon Audible today. And there's Chelsea that creates a sign language chicken. Those are the musicians, because the books are written for animation movies with sign language characters. And soundtrack again by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Day. So meet Dr. Fingers on the YouTube and learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet. And there you go. Teachers can take action from Donors Choose. We also gave a free download in October and on Christmas Day. And we'll be doing that again on World Water Day. We'll be uploading the new information with Christian Mendez from EC Marketing, who's doing all that. There I am with Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. It's a glove puppet that you can purchase from Folk Manus Puppets. Those are the Apple app games that are available. They're online courses to go with the chapters of the books. There's our coloring books now. And that's
Recording stopped.
I heard recording stopped.
Yeah, that was the autopilot leaving.
So there is all the series of the books, the Apple app games, everything there together. There's our t-shirts, the General of the New Earth Army. And the word of the year is the New Earth. So this is the New Earth Army. It's a General of the New Earth Army, where Santa Papa John just received a puppet, a large size sea turtle puppet. So he's passionate about sea turtles and plastic cleanup. So when he joins us, we'll let him share his story as well. Also, he has a podcast every other Monday in the month. So you can join us and follow us as well. You can contact us. You can join us there. There's Santa Papa John's connections, how to get a hold of him. There's our team, my writer Suzanne Sims, singer Lucy Lynch, and my deaf friend Scott, who's our deaf consultant. There's our press release, Awesome Foundation, grant winner. I won the award, National Association of Professional Women, a Woman of the Year Award in 2017. With the vision and the mission to bring these books into animation movies with sign language characters. I got to live on a sailboat in the island of Oahu, Waikiki, Hawaii, while interpreting at the Unity Church of Hawaii. I got to go on a sailing book signing tour, Southwest Florida to Virginia. Last year I sailed San Carlos to Mazatlan. So we're looking at the water, seeing that it's clean internationally. So what a great journey it's been, and to share these books worldwide. Again, Clean Water Foundation and World Water Day is March 22nd, 2025. You'll be able to download our fourth book, Full Acts of Kindness, for free that day. There's Leon and I. There's Auntie Renee. She's a character in our book, actually 2 books, and she works at the Equus Hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii. That's where we wrote our 3rd book, Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony. There's our team, World of Ability Podcast, host Kurt Roskoff, podcast engineer Emily Gollmer, and Sue Roskoff. And thank you so much for having us and doing this every week. We couldn't be doing this without you. There's Trevor Gibbs of A Charity Revolution, or the webdetective.online. He evaluates websites to make sure you're ADA compliant. You can contact him on his website. And we also applied for a campaign to win $10,000 for Ging Gang World. And their Kindness is Cool campaign, and we're manifesting that we are the winners because we wrote the book, Cool Acts of Kindness. How does that turn around? Kindness is cool, cool acts of kindness. It's a reflection. Again, that website is www.actsofkindnessseries.com. You can visit Leon McLaughlin at cleanwaterfoundation.w Seattle. And he is currently in Las Vegas working on projects.
Recording in progress.
So, Emily, tell me about your lineup with podcasts this year in 2025. How many podcasts have you have? And who are you networking with? Tell us about the Invictus Games. That's right around the corner. That's actually next month. Tell us more about that, what you're doing, the Disability Channel.
So I'm going to be having like 14 podcasts within like the next month or so that we're doing. Some of them being weekly, some of them being monthly. Some of them only being a couple of times a month. So like Blue Collar Crypto, Pediatrician Monday, That's Be Bridge Show, World of Pets, World of Nutrition, Ability MK Now, the TDC Today Show, Revolutionize Your Marketing, also do Marketing MA, Choose Greater Health, the Lesson Program, the World of Innovation, Who Cares, so we have a few of them. I see that we have Debbie Miller joining us. Oh, hi Debbie. Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Debbie Miller. Take it away.
Wow. Well, it's good to be here, and it's nice to see everybody, and hopefully everyone is staying warm. Marianne, I'm sure you're nice and toasty compared to what we are and will be. So I'm happy to be here online with everyone, and just reminding you that Legal Shield is a great way to be connected with your own law team and keep you safe and protected and have identity protection for this new year before crazy scams come and get us. So what else are we talking about? I got my book from Mary Ann, so that was fun. Thanks, Mary Ann.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just
Which book did you get?
Oh, the Christmas one, or the one you offered on Christmas.
Oh, the download of Underwater Acts of Kindness.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Did you read it?
Yes, well, I haven't gotten it all read, but I was looking at it, so, but I love it, and actually reminded my deaf family that they need to get it as well. Two of them actually are teachers in this different schools for the deaf here in the United States, and one of our great cousins are a teacher at the University of Nebraska with ASL. So
Awesome. Well, if you could be kind to email me their addresses, then I can forward a press release of the Awesome Grant Foundation Award that I received. And we did the acts of kindness by gifting the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind copies of our second book, Acts of Kindness, No Bully. We did have a free download in Halloween as a sugar-free Tuesday treat. And we gifted them the coloring books. So if I could learn more where they are in a contact, I can contact them and share the same story of how we requested the books and got funded. And we provided them with a water unit from Clean Water Foundation, Leon McLaughlin, and he'll be joining us too. And thank you, Emily and Kurt, for videotaping us during this presentation, because I was not there. I was in Vancouver, and Leon was there physically at the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind with the assistant principal and standing in principal, as well as a sign language interpreter. So Debbie, we uploaded that to a campaign to win a $10,000 with Ging Gang World. They said, share your stories of kindness, and the Kindness is Cool campaign. Well, our fourth book is Cool Acts of Kindness, and that is written. We'll be finishing editing it, and we'll be launching that on World Water Day, and that's March 22nd, 2025. So again, another free download, Debbie. And this is introducing 10 more characters, Waterflow the whale, for the love of water. And we got exciting things that are going to be happening in 2025. And so we want to get on as many podcasts as we can and promote the books. So I'm so grateful that you got the book Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who's recruited to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And the new theme is the New Earth. So we have a New Earth Army. And here's a photo of Leon with the new character, Waterflow the whale. These are water units. He's amazing. He was on the Gold Coast magazine. He's out delivering water units. He's fundraising. And we got good things happening with him. And we have some new characters too. There's the book cover there, sorry. Cool Acts of Kindness. And I've designed a Shopify store, and we have t-shirts available, and that will be linked up to the website through EC Marketing, Trevor, or Christian Mendez. And a shout out to Trevor Gibbs, as he's evaluated the websites to make sure they're ADA compliant. So there's Leon. Those are water units. He's out shipping them, and he'll be joining us here. And there's For the Love of Water t-shirts. And we also, there's the book, and then there's Clean Water Foundation. So we did that last year in 2024. Now we're going to do it in 2025 with actually the book and a download. So go out and play as our tagline. And we have Santa Papa John, who is out there promoting the books as well. And he just got trademarked to make sure you're Santa approved. He's been reading the books on TikTok. And he just received the General of the New Earth Army puppet from Folk Manus. So good things are happening. And we have a great team with social media and marketing. And again, you can learn the ASL fingerspelling alphabet on YouTube with these characters. Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken. Eve, the fingerspelling bumblebee. Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab. And Greta Gobble on the golf course. And then you can still go out and play the Apple app games today. So Dr. Fingers has a Apple app game, and you spell the words in sign language of the sea creatures. So much fun things are happening, and it's for all ages of the heart, Debbie Miller. So I'm so grateful that you got to enjoy part of the book so far. You're going to want to hear the rest of the story, and thank you for sharing it with other deaf leaders in the world as well. Debbie, just a few statistics. We have 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. And we have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service in the military, now who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So not only we have the deaf and hard of hearing community, we have our autistic community that can benefit. And these are global topics that are happening worldwide. such as ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and now we have the climate change book with Leon McLaughlin and Clean Water Foundation. Thank you so much for sharing, and keep promoting it. We got more books we'll be able to download.
That sounds awesome. And I know Santa was reading your books too online, so that's a great way to get your information out to even more people. So he's got a great group of people listening to him as he reads the stories. So that's an awesome way to spread your word.
So does the Legal Shield, did they have a holiday special, a New Year's special for signing up for new members? Tell us a little bit what's going to be happening in 2025 for members.
We don't have anything extra special but we have, of course, it's the end of the year. Some of our attorneys, law firms have been mentioning how many people have called, what kind of calls that they're getting, how much money they've helped save their clients over the last year and things like that. So I don't know, with Legal Shield for a little over $1 a day, it can't really get a whole lot cheaper than that to have excellent law firms in our area. But it's a special time for me, at least, to be sure to get the word out so people have the advantage for their life, all the challenges that could possibly pop up in 2025, because we know each year seems to come up with new things to challenge our families, but also our small business owners. So I'm glad to be here to help with all of those families and family challenges and small business challenges. Hard of hearing families have Legal Shield as well, and other families with other disabilities or abilities, special abilities. I know Emily and Kurt make special information to help us all realize the special abilities that they have. Even our family and friends that are hard of hearing and deaf have some really amazing extra special abilities that seem to be special to them and not something that just everybody can pick up. So, and of course, just the fact that their language is beautiful and a great way of connecting with them. So, sure to let people know that identity theft is going to be rampant even this year. So we're here to help.
I have a question for you in regards to that identity theft. You know, we went through the Christmas season, and does Legal Shield help out with like packages being stolen from your front porch?
I don't know how we can help with that for sure, but I know just if they needed to be prosecuted, they'd give you some great advice on how to deal with it, what all the steps you need to go through. Do you have problems with that there in Mexico as well?
I haven't, and I don't want to say it's a problem. The problem is we're not getting the shipment here, so there's nothing to steal, so to speak, because Amazon Mexico has had to reimburse me, and I know other people in the community packages were not delivered because of the carrier, not because of people coming on property and stealing it. And Amazon did refund me. I'm still waiting for it. I had to call my bank. Making that choice not to do that again. I may use my neighbor's address to try it one more time, but it's basically been about the courier. And Amazon went in strike, but I don't know how that affected. And I was just kind of curious. My bank worked with me, so I was just trying to speed up the process to get my refund.
Yeah, I know that Legal Shield is a great way to help. You know, if you need to have a letter written to someone that didn't meet up with what they said they would do, I haven't had to deal with that or know anybody that's actually mentioned it. But yeah, there's always new things happening every year, it seems. So there's all kinds of things that I'm sure they're working on dealing with. And it's interesting that it's not, as you mentioned, it's not just a local thing, but our friends in Canada have had to deal with it. Even for a while, at least, the Canadian postal system was on strike. So I know some friends here in Kansas City area couldn't deliver or couldn't our postal system wouldn't even take things if it was going to Canada. So that was also part of the issue, and Amazon as well with their challenges. So lots of things to deal with.
Yes, so I'm wondering if Leon is joining us. Is he on?
No, he is not. No, he is not.
Not yet.
And we are kind of at our end time here. So okay, so either of you have any last words that you'd like to say at the moment?
Well, good to see you, Emily. Thanks for having this open for us, and you and Kurt, and thank you for all the work that you do, and we appreciate all your efforts to help us.
You're
And
welcome.
thanks, Marianne, getting your books out as well. Appreciate that.
Thank you. And again, you can visit YouTube channel and Amazon.com. Our classroom teachers can receive copies of the books from donorschoose.org. You can go on www.actsofkindnessseries.com and to see them displayed. And it is winter solstice. And this is Noah, the hard of hearing whale, the general of the New Earth Army, Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, Shock of the sign language shark, and Flip and Flop, the service alpha dolphin. So continue reading, Debbie, and we'll have a book review in the next time we meet. Thank you so much for sharing, and please send me the emails of where I can send the Acts of Kindness series awesome Foundation Grant Award press release to the world. Thank you so much. So go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
All right.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, Debbie. So I would like to thank Debbie, Marianne, and the others that came on today, and everybody who has tuned in. Again, we are here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, and I'd love to have everybody join us. So let us know if you're interested. You can get a hold of me and call or text at 608-886-9801. And encourage everybody to check out all of our social media, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and so on. And the other organizations that we're working with, like Jason of the Disability Channel, Zach Clayton of the PAC Channel, Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios, and Earl Williams of the Midwest Plainsman Podcast. And your work that they do. So until next time, hope everybody has a safe and productive week and stay happy.
Debbie, you have my email address?
Is it on your LinkedIn account?
I believe so. Marianne of Waikiki at gmail.com.